is ready for breakfast, aren't you, bud? You ready to go back outside, Stripe? Stripe and Marty continue to come inside first thing in the morning. But don't sleep in the house through the night. Hi. Hi. Good morning. There you go. Good morning. Hi. Hi, Morris. Good boy. Good boys. It's going to be another hot day out here. High humidity and lots of heat. So, Don and I, well, it's my fault, but we were confused last night that we had hands-free 12.5 stuff rolling out to the cars, and we got the summer release and a bug fixes dot update stuff. We did not get 12.5 something on either of our cars, so yeah, bummer. There's some goodies in there. We'll look at it in a bit. For now, I set the painted kitty there. The stake coming out of the bottom of it is broken. It's wooden. It rotted wherever it was in the ground. Obviously, Don can fix that for me. But I kind of like it where it is. I don't know. We'll see if I move it or whatever. So, Don, being the great guy that he is, was out here last night and put orange back on for me. And these guys have feet that come out the bottom. My allergies are really bothering me this morning. Hang on. I flexed the plate just a bit. When you lift it up, feet come out. It was a print in place. So when you set it back down, the feet go back away. And this one is scaled at 125%, and this was the original size. And of course you could print them in different colors or other sizes or whatever, but that is pretty darn cool. These print in place things are fairly amazing. I got all bit up by mosquitoes this morning, both sides of my neck, both arms, back behind, in between my shoulder blades. It's just not good. And then there's so many impatiens that have been eaten by the deer. I think almost every pot in the yard looks like this, where one side of it's ate and the other side of it, if it's lucky, isn't. The saddest one is the one at the top of the driveway over there. That one's half ate too. It's just, it wasn't fun walking around the yard this morning between the mosquitoes and the deer damage. I'll just leave it there. I don't care about the heat and the humidity, but the other two things were not good. Good morning. Hi. How are you? Oops, I broke my new law about where I set the bowl with the chicken. There you go. Yeah, so what we got last night was 2024.26.7 or 12.3.6 FSD, which is what I think we were on. We're still eagerly awaiting 12.5 something. It might even be 12.6 now. Holmar's catalog this morning had a post on X about yeah, you know, how people got the summer release with all these goodies and are disappointed it's not FSD. And then, of course, some people were like, I haven't had an SSD update for 3 months, and they were all moaning and whatever. So, yeah, we were totally faked out. But yeah, under release notes, I think it tells you, it does give you, it says bug fixes, but it probably picked up these other things too, Donnie. So we got YouTube Music, Amazon Music, which is good because we've got Prime, so we probably get Amazon Music. Parental controls, is that going to make it a little easier for parents to make sure they don't get explicit lyrics? Navigate to sub destinations. I've heard about that. We'll need to check it out. weather forecast and air quality. So that thing I showed you from the meetup this weekend on a hardware 4-car Jules has now. Scheduled charge and preconditioning, I guess they've enhanced that. Security improvements and other updates. So give us just a minute to read over this, and other than, you know, tapping on the temperature and it coming up here, you know, we know how to do that. So that's cool. I mean, I like it. I really like it. We have air quality, but the passenger airbag thing appears to be over top of it, so I don't know how exactly. Why would it be? Yeah, well, it should be on, but it's over top of it on Jules's screen, so that's a little weird. Yeah, well, obviously we have YouTube Premium. Any of the guys that are watching these YouTubes all the time instead of regular TV have Premium, and we share it with Sam and Johnny and yeah, a couple people. So anyway, so we should have that, and then Amazon Music because we're Prime. So I will hook that up at least in Ruby, if Ruby got that. You know, it'd be interesting to compare later. I'm sure Ruby didn't get all of these things. Parental controls with a pin on your vehicle. Okay, well, anything they can do to help tone it down if you want to turn it over to your teenager. So this is not about video and stuff. This is about driving things. Night curfew. So I guess now if you have a teenager, you can keep them from driving after midnight and stuff, I guess. What allows them to drive, but you'll get notified if they're driving after curfew. I mean, it's totally fair. If you're paying the insurance and your kids want to borrow the car or use the car, they're still at home, whatever. I mean, and they know you're doing it. I think it's totally fair. I'm not sure where this is going to come in handy for us, but navigate to sub-destinations. It says, I guess maybe if you're going to a shopping center, but you also want a specific business in the strip mall. It's using the airport terminal here as an example, but we'll see how that works. Yeah, I can't see our air quality because that passenger airbag is on because I'm sitting in the seat, but is it on that screen as well?
It's down here at the bottom.
Yeah, it is. Okay, 54, so it's fine here. Somebody, Eric and they posted out in Colorado that the air quality was bad. I assume that had to do with smoke from fires, which apparently today we're not having a bad day. So I'm still having to manually on Apple update the Tesla app, at least to get the update in a timely fashion. So I will go do that since this scheduled charge and preconditioning requires that. Usually I do Don's phone for him too, just to make sure. I guess, you know, we're still half TeslaFi and half Tesla app scheduling our charges because we have, I think the complication, if I understand it correctly, is we have 2 windows a day, and previously the Tesla app wasn't allowing us to do 2 windows a day or different windows on different days of the week.
That's right.
It wasn't quite robust enough, and plus, when you already got it working in one place, what's the motivation to switch it to another place? We're not going to stop using TeslaFi unless Tesla outprices TeslaFi for us, since they published the, you know, legitimate API interface. But, you know, it's working, so there's really no motivation for Don to go switch it. But maybe at some point we'll check it out and see if we can just do it all in the app now. There's so the climate stuff is going to be moved like it was on that car we demoed this past weekend. So that's cool. And now I laugh about this because it says the fan speed may now automatically lower to reduce the sound of ambient noise during a phone call. Amen. But I need it to know when I'm filming videos in the car and to automatically lower the fan speed then. I was so irritated. Yesterday's video has 2 segments where it sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel. And it's because when I have the camera up here in Ruby, you know, basically on the steering wheel, the fan is blowing air in the microphone on the front side of the camera. And I apologize. Most of the time I lower it, but I guess I was hot yesterday, so I didn't lower it. Yeah. So what is Tesla Mic? I have to look that up. Is now supported in conjunction with availability in the Tesla store. Huh.
I think that's that karaoke thing.
Maybe. Yep. Okay. Maybe. I'll have to go to the Tesla store and look it up. So the summer update's full of lots of goodies and probably some things that didn't make the didn't make the update. I do think some people on X were saying it's just minor fixes, but it's got all this stuff in it. And what they weren't realizing is that the thing underneath it, they didn't already have on and they picked up from the time before. So you kind of got to scroll down a little bit to see, you know, read up what was in this particular fix. So I'll sit down and Ruby probably later today, and if not tomorrow when I go to meet Michelle at Guardian Angel, and I'll do the run through of what the older, you know, 2017 Hardware 3 simulated car. Well, I mean, it is all Hardware 3, but it had to be updated. What I have. I'm interested to see on my car, if mostly about the weather. I decided I had to know now if Ruby has the weather update. I won't, you know, care about all the other stuff necessarily, but come on, Ruby, unlock. Sometimes it's slow. It's certainly sometimes slower than I want it to be. I don't have my key fob on me, so I had to manually go into the app because remember, my car is not use phone as a key. So let's get this. All right, so I got YouTube Music, Amazon Music, navigate to sub destinations, and the scheduled charge and preconditioning and security improvements. It doesn't list the other. Yeah, well, the thing of it is on Ruby is that I don't have the temperature up here anymore. I don't remember if it was ever over here or not, but I don't have the temperature, and I sure can't tap the temperature over here on this screen. That's not going to buy me a darn, you know, that screen, this screen is not responsive, and it shouldn't be responsive. So I would say that I do not have, I don't have the weather thing. So that kind of sucks. That just kind of sucks. They don't want to update this screen any more than they have to. But I'm glad they did the navigation update. That sub destinations might come in handy at some point. Can I whine now? Am I allowed to whine? Can I whine just a little bit? It's not enough to make me want to go get a new X, but Don always calls me his weather girl, and I really like weather stuff, and so now I'm just kind of, yeah, I assume under security, yeah, just include some stuff. So all right, well, I got the music, I don't have the weather. Dang it. And if they would just make it so that I could see the temperature when I'm in FSD, that would be so much appreciated, because we used to be able to, and then somebody that didn't know what they were doing updated the screen and has left it broke for a long time. I don't have weather.
Oh, no, say it's not so.
I don't have weather. I did read on Facebook last night how the town was feeling about the school opening over here, and trying to get in and out of the school, and in and out of Wagstaff, and in and out of Bowling Road. And let's just say, to say that people are just a little upset would be putting it mildly. People are very upset. And apparently, you know, it's not the town, because it's a county school. Jules is driving, by the way. It's a county school, and the last people that have anything to do with the road conditions over here is the town. It's either DOT or the county or the state, but it's not the town. And the people on Bowling Road, mostly, that live down that road and can't get in and out now at certain times of the day, are particularly upset. And, you know, Dawn and I'm sure there's no way to make a left turn in the afternoon on Wagstaff when the school is releasing. And even if someone would let you out, you won't be able to see if the left turn that you're making is actually safe or not. So anyway, I avoided it yesterday afternoon, and apparently it was a darn good thing I did. Walk, but I made Dawn take me to an address over here by Walmart where there was some free plant pots listed, and of course they were gone already. They were really nice, so of course they were gone, but now I'm not wondering if they were still there. I fed kitties this morning instead of jumping in the car first thing.
Wow.
You gotta be fast.
That bike's got a real granny gear on it. I'd be ashamed if that's all I could pull on my bike.
Well, I should have been paying attention and filmed it, but Jules brought us right into the Greenway parking lot today, which means she had to turn left in front of that fancy pedestrian crosswalk thing that's blocking some of her view. Yep. And she didn't used to bring us into the parking lot. Now, if she'd have just also parked us.
Yeah, she drove all the way to the end of the parking lot, and they have these red signs, triangles up.
Street ends
type thing. And she stopped correctly at them, but she didn't offer to park. She didn't say, well, gee, you just drove by like 50 parking places.
And you're at your destination.
Yes, your destination. Would you like to park? But someday the AI will figure all that out.
Yeah, it was still pretty impressive, though, how she got us into the parking lot.
It was.
Something she didn't used to do.
That's right.
And in his spare time, I'll get Dawn to pull the dash cam footage. They have fixed the hole. I see they reused a few of them they were able to find and added new ones that they weren't. So yeah, that's cool.
I think that's great.
Yep.
Adequate repair.
Most of the trail here at the Greenway's actually been in the shade so far, but we are coming up to that lake part where to get to the dam, we have to walk in the sun for a few minutes. But a few minutes is fine at 12:30 in the afternoon. It's just I don't want to be out for an hour at 12:30 in the afternoon. I was reading an interesting article on X. I can't quote the name of the person I started following, but he gave a lot of tips on sun exposure management. And you know, Don and I ditched the sunglasses well over 5 years ago now. And one of the things that happens is that your body kind of gets fooled about the sun conditions that it's in when you wear sunglasses, because you're not getting that natural light into your eyes. And so one of the tips was stop wearing sunglasses. And it was hard for Dawn a little bit at first, yeah, I think.
Especially driving.
Yeah. But now I don't think Dawn doesn't notice it at all. Like I said, we've got sunglasses in all the vehicles. We just don't wear them anymore because we don't need to wear them. It's a circadian rhythm thing, and it's also a don't fake. Or, you know, Don and I don't wear sunscreen basically ever on any part of our body. Now, if I went out, if I was going to go down to Fort Fisher and go out on the beach for 3 or 4 hours today, I would apply sunscreen. That would be a special case scenario, but in general, day to day out here on the trail, we don't apply sunscreen. And so some of his other tips were, you know, you got to build up a sun callus. You can't go out there. You're an office worker and you're pale and you've been sitting inside, and you know, start at 5 or 10 minutes a day going out, and you'll be, you know, in no time you'll have stretched that out to long enough to mow the grass or whatever.
Well, another thing you could do is start in the spring, or walk, you know, from winter into spring when the days are short. If you went out in the middle of the day in January, it wouldn't be a problem. And by the time May came along and the sun was really high and strong in the sky, you'd be acclimated.
Yeah, that's true. If we're out here every day, so our bodies adjust to the sunlight from different times of the year. And another thing was, there's really 3 windows of light during the day. There's sunrise light, which is at certain wavelengths and is good for certain reasons. And then there's middle of the day light, which is really good for other things. And then one of the things he said that I thought was a new thing that I had learned was that sunset light has some healing properties. So he actually said, like, you're down at the beach and you've gotten a little bit too much sun during the middle of the day, go down to walk the beach at sunset. And he doesn't mean like the last 5 minutes of light. He means like the hour leading up to the sun going down. Because those wavelengths do some skin repair kind of thing. So anyway, he had some other tips, but there's a lot of research out there on the sunglass thing, and it's just another way we faked our bodies out, that we're not outside when we're, you know, really need to be outside, should be outside, are outside. And I found it to be interesting. Maybe I can go back and put the link in the video description for anyone that's interested. But there's a new person on X that I started following in the past couple weeks, and he has added a couple new things I didn't know, but is positive reinforcements for things I had read from other people and sort of already knew. Our Dr. Barnes, our chiropractor from 10 years ago that we were driving up to North Raleigh, and I'd say the main reason why we stopped going is just too far. And also we didn't want to be adjusted every week. We didn't see the value add in every week adjustments.
Right, but his input and his thinking on a lot of things has turned out to be correct.
Right, we're not sorry we went up there, and we're really glad that we went to some of his seminars, and the vast majority of the things he believes in, feels are important, etc., we still support and believe in. Like I said, we didn't have a relationship breakup, we just stopped going weekly. So yeah, so he told us a long time ago to quit wearing sunglasses. He's the reason why we stopped wearing sunglasses. I mean, we both have on a hat with a brim today, which blocks a little bit of the incoming light, but no sunglasses out here, even at 12:40 in the afternoon. Well, we have a lot of geese out here today, way more than normal, and no water really of any consequence coming over the dam wall. It's just a trickle. And we're going to turn around and get out of the heat now.
Yes, the sun is pretty strong.
It is. Well, that was a hot one. Almost 2 miles, or around 2 miles, in about an hour. She stopped back pretty far from the stop sign here.
I'm worried about dropping off in that hole. No. No.
Yeah, that would be a definite no.
That was a no.
I told Don I want to peek at the clearance plants at the garden hut, because we drive right past it. So rather than coming for a special trip to look, I'm looking, see if there's anything I see. I guess I would more love shrubs than perennials, might be a fair statement. I keep coming hoping they've got some trees or shrubs on sale, and it's more perennials that need full sun. So I guess this is maybe, yeah, there just aren't any. The canna lilies are sort of tempting, but I can't tell the little sign that tells you what the prices are for the stickers. It doesn't say anymore. The hydrangeas shaped into trees are neat. They have at least put a couple of smaller Japanese maples out front. Remember, I really missed that they hadn't had any Japanese maples out here anymore. I did get the one canna lily. Unfortunately, the tag's gone, so I don't know what variety it is, but the ends of the petals are white. It's kind of a two-tone flower. I'll try to look it up. 75% off, so I paid $6.70 for it. There's a lot of it in the pot, so I'm happy. It was, you know, there's no way I would have paid $25 for it if I bought it the day it came in and it looked perfect. But this was more my kind of price. We all know Don's a great husband. I asked him now to bring me to GA so I could see if there's any Halloween stuff so I can report to Michelle. Fantastic news is they are working really hard to get it out, and there's a little bit now, and by the time we come tomorrow there'll be even more. This is the stuff on the other side, and this should be full by tomorrow.
Hi, pretty girl. Did you enjoy editing with me today? Thanks for the help.
I'm making lasagna tonight, and I got about 90 minutes before I gotta start cooking. It's 3. So after studying some more buildings, a lot of the buildings, it is the exact height So it would be 2 more wall layers high. So I probably need to pull that off and make that happen, I guess, to get it to look right. And yes, I'm having another cup of coffee, cold, over ice, you know, the way I usually drink it. Yeah, so I might as well just stop and make that happen. Make the floor levels the same. I got the next level done. I did not change the height of the first level. I'm considering 3 levels over here and then a very simple roof, flat roof line. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I like the repetition of 2 of these windows going up, and I have the parts. But I'm stopping to work on the lasagna, and I'll probably work on this some too. But I guess when I talk to make the video, she comes, maybe she thinks I was calling her. Because she doesn't come up while I'm working. But as soon as I start filming, there's my mom. There's my mom. Hi, sweet girl. Well, it's coming right along, and I think I'm happy with how this side turned out. I didn't end up changing the size of the lower floors, and it just mostly needs to look good from the front. Not that it looks bad from the back. I am going to fix this. I mean, I'm going to put stuff there. So probably 1 more day, possibly 2. I need to do a simple, some sort of roof line over there, which I will.
There's dinner. My girl, she did really good. This is her lasagna. I just took it out of the oven. It's looking really good.
It's a very good piece of lasagna, and we're stuffed and we're out here walking. I am feeling like I could fall asleep standing up right now. Not sure why I'm feeling so tired. Okay, we'll hit the pause button to unpause it. You go into
resume route
and resume route. I'm from New Jersey.
Route.
Route 133 in Bordentown. Route.
It's called router.
No. I don't know. It's like pecans and pecans. I'd probably say it both ways. There's a new Model 3. And a bottle right underneath the flagpole. Because that's where they belong, right? A full bottle. Yeah, the amount of water bottles wasted. It's a crime. It is hot out here tonight. It is not refreshing. It is sticky, sticky, sticky. 1 mile, 33 minutes, and another Walmart bag full of trash. Yeah, the lady behind us has been running her ice vehicle for air conditioning the entire time we've been walking while her son is at baseball.